Well, given the current globalization, I think the global players are people who are open-minded, are people who think that there's still very much to be done, and people who think that they have a role to play, a contribution to make. The global players are people who are constantly questioning the systems in place, not because they want to criticize, but because they think that there are better things, that the system could be much better. They are people who are never tired. On the contrary, they are fearlessly ambitious in a way that they always want to get to places where no one has been before. They are not afraid of criticism. They are not afraid of being criticized or being blackmailed. They just know that they have a role to play and they go ahead to play. And some of these people, I will say, are people like us, immigrants. Immigrants are people who have, at one point in their lives, left everything that was important to them, that was dear to them, behind them to a new environment. They are people who are very flexible. They are people who are open to new things. They learn different languages very fast. They learn how to navigate in different cultures, even when they come in with nothing in mind. They learn how to survive and they learn how to participate. So they bring networks, they bring new information. They come from societies that are emerging politically, socially, and economically. And they can actually be the interface between the established cultures, especially the European established culture, which has always been in place, but which is losing substance, which is losing grounds, given the fact that the world is changing. So I think the global players that we need to celebrate, that we need to encourage, that we need to invite to table are the so-called people with migration backgrounds or international backgrounds. They are people who navigate between cultures, who speak different languages, and who are not afraid, to constantly move from one place to the other. They are people who are hungry. They are hungry for success. They want to realize themselves, and they are people who know that competition is something that you have to take very seriously, and people who have always been in disadvantaged positions, been in the minority, but they never gave up. They never were just satisfied with sitting down and saying, okay, this is how it is, I take it that way. No, these are people who are, just like I said, they're very ambitious. They are the global players of tomorrow. They are people like me who come from different environments, but they are also children who are born in migration, in families of immigrants, who learn to grow in two sets of value systems, and who are capable to communicate, to sit in Vienna and communicate with other children in different parts of the world, in different languages, who cannot, I call them the smartphone generation, or the online generation, like my children always say. These are the global players, but being a global player is not something that is given. It's a process that we have to check, to become a good. You may be born having that, having that interest to play a game, but to become a good player, you definitely have to learn how to play that game. You have to learn the rules of the game, and you have to constantly learn and understand that you have to be good. It takes it may take a very long time to get up there, to learn the rules of the game, but it takes a very short time to fall right down. So global players are people who know that if I'm successful today, I'm up there today, I need to work hard to stay up there, otherwise I fall down. So this is what I think makes a global player, and anyone is a global player. In one way or the other. You can be a global player in being negative. You can be a global player in being positive. It's all left to you. There's enough space for everyone to be a global player. And if we work hard and participate as much as we can and give the best of us, then we realize that we create that positive environment around us. We reach our goals, we live a life of abundance, we are successful, we are healthy, and we can fulfill our dreams. If we choose the other side, then we know what it means. And so I will be very interested to see which perspective people in Luxembourg choose when it comes to being a global player. And just like I say, I'm very excited about this trip and the conversations that we will have while I will be there.